Alrighty, and I'm live. Dawn of the final day, I guess. Welcome everyone. I'm Dollar Free. Oh, I really just want to finish Dark Souls 2. Yeah, the one final optional boss. I have to admit, Aged Smelter is... hi Timmy, hi. How you doing today? And thanks for stopping by. I'm just hoping the Dark Souls server works. Theoretically, it might. It's been on the fritz a bit lately. Let's see if it does let me in. Alright, it does look like it's working. Oh, and chat's actually working properly this time. Although it looks slightly out of position. Things are awkward. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, having beaten Ender Lilies yesterday, I feel like I can actually pull this off. And I think there's a couple of things I might be able to do. So, I'll talk about at first just a couple of the little things that happened from after last week in terms of Dark Souls 2. First one is I did actually log back into the game for a minute, and I didn't do much. The only thing I did, however, was I pulled out a magic shield from my inventory. And I did that just to confirm the stats on it. But it requires 14 dexterity to hold. The only other thing that I've done is that's it. Now, I'll talk about Aged Smelter Demon. Aged Smelter Demon has... Aged Smelter Demon does magic damage. And it turns out lightning damage is not very good against Aged Smelter Demon. So I'm thinking of taking a completely different approach. Which means I'm going to have to actually go get a couple of items that I've either not bothered getting or I've overlooked. Otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm in with a half-decent chance here. But I just need to grab a couple of things. Just trying to refamiliarize myself with the controls. Every time I play a different game, it's always, what are the controls? Hold on. That's roll. Interact. That's chug. Switching out. Your internet's been a bit funny. I wish I could say my internet's been funny, but in my case, it's actually been like... OBS has been really awkward lately, of all things. Every time I start OBS to try and manage streams or anything like that, it always keeps thinking that it's closed incorrectly. Now, I should mention, one of the items that I've overlooked. Yay! Don't ask me why I did that. I don't know why I did that. My brain just completely, exploded on itself. Can I say? Dark Souls, baby! Thankfully, it shouldn't respawn. Yeah. I'm gonna go pick up a couple of items that I'll slow down and make it harder. Oh. Yeah, no, I can get that feeling. It's just like, the internet's just being particularly tricky today. Now, for the earliest part of this, I'm just gonna be running around getting... I think I want to grab 2 items specifically. One is over here in this chest, if I'm correct about what I'm picking up. Yeah, Discord is sorted. There it is. Great magic barrier. Hold on. Let me just clear that out. And head back to the bonfire. The Discord is sorted. You should be able to... I mean, I said that yesterday, but... given the time was a little bit late, you should be able to find me at on Discord. It should come up as $free GMG. So that's all one word, lowercase. So it's my YouTube name with the letters GMG at the end. Hold on, what am I doing? I actually need to go to a different location altogether. And I need to go to... I actually need to go to the gutter. So the other item I need to grab from the gutter is an item that drops from an enemy. The enemy, however, only appears after you light every torch in... After you light every single torch in the gutter. And there's probably a couple of torches that I have skipped. Due to things like... Well, I haven't used any of the zip lines. Yeah, that's all good. As for, like, how often I check Discord, I kind of maybe check Discord once a day, but I don't really draw on a lot of Discord. Alright, so yeah, this is what I'm saying. Every torch in the gutter has to be lit up. And if I don't light every torch, I'll know when I've lit every torch when I believe I get invaded by a red invader. Now, where are the rest of my pathways to go? Not there. There's probably some zip lines up here as well. So yeah, I've got some more torches that I need to light up. That's all good. I might run around the gutter first. I think once I've got every torch lit in the gutter, then I will check the Discord, see if I've got the notification. Alright, where else can I go? Also, I do apologize if it looks like I've got, or if I sound like I've got something in my mouth. I actually do have something in my mouth. I've got a throat lozenge in there. My throat's just a little bit sore today. Nothing too fancy. It's just like... It does happen to me at times. Long-running issue, but doesn't really affect much else. Angelo Belmont. Alright, I'll keep an eye on that. Right, there's the dog. Oh, hold on. Alright. I don't know why I'm picking up poison throwing knives. I don't think any enemy that I have to worry about is resistant, or I can actually hurt with poison throwing knives. Huh. No, in the ones that I'm using at the moment, they've actually got a soft center in them, so they're hard, like they're harder on the outside, like a typical throat lozenge. But then they've got like a soft liquid center on the inside, and they have a lime flavor to them, so they're actually kind of nice. I have to try and make my way up higher somewhere. Yeah, there's a lot of torches I need to try and light up. Stop. Oh, wait. I might poison. Yeah, so many of them do, but then it's always like when you get to like cough lozenges. No, not cough lozenges. Oh, hold on. Wow. Oops. I was not paying attention to there. I was thinking like, you know, like cold and flu medications, like the liquid ones, and they always taste kinda awful. All right, let's try not to do that again. Quite spicy. You find them bitter and spicy. All right, back again to the search. All right, get the torch. Now, if I went up there, that's lit. So I drop down here. There's some areas in the gutter that I just cannot remember how I'm getting to. Oh, yeah, no, the stomach ones are always the worst. Alright, let me go up here. I don't need to deal with the dog. Yeah, I think that they've gotten better with some of the medications, but it's still like... Some of them are like kinda just awful. Where am I going? Oh, hello. Getting poison throwing knives. All right. Now, what I think? I swear I cannot remember my way around the gutter. Why is this so hard? Especially because they really cranked up the lighting requirements in here with Scholar. So in the original Dark Souls 2, I don't think this looks anywhere near as dark. But in Dark Souls 2 Scholar, they really found ways to make the lighting so much worse. Hold on. Yeah, let's go across here. Oi, no. Ooh, better heal. Alright, there we go. Take a sip of the cough syrup and you need a glass of Coke. The pills are easy to go down. Oh, I'll take that. And I'll take that as well. Ow. The syrups... I think... so the fun part is... The fun part about, like, a lot of the, a lot of, like, those, hot syrups or the pills or anything like that. No! No! Oh my goodness. A lot of them are just, like, over-the-counter medications like paracetamol or ibuprofen, just put in different concentrations. Because most of it is like, oh, you've got a cold, so you might have sore muscles and we'll relieve that. Or you have a ticklish throat. So we'll put that into our cold and flu medication. So the fact that they all taste so awful is kind of annoying. Because it's like, if you're just using generic stuff and mixing it into a cold and flu medication, why do you have to make it taste so bad? For a second there, I thought the dog was alive. Alright, let's try this again. I'm so glad I have infinite health. Yeah, the syrups are fine, though. Oh, no. Meds can be alright in terms of taste. Let me drop down here. No, don't need to go that way. Alright, gotta keep an... Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, as soon as I took the counter hit damage from the really awful looking sword, I'm gonna be honest, that kind of looks disgusting. You know, I've been glad to have the companionship when playing. Like, I'll be honest, without the advertising like, if you're not advertising your channel, and I might as well talk about this, like, you might have a viewer base that's relatively small, and it stays that way for the longest time. Because sometimes, even if you get lucky and you get a break, like one of your videos gets a bit of traction, in the grand context of, like, in the grand scheme of things, 1,000 views on a video, which is probably the best that I ever did, 1,300, is still nothing across the landscape of YouTube as a whole. Like, it's 1,300 views on a video, and for even like channels with a couple of hundred subscribers, 1,000 views might be maybe slightly on the better end, but it's still not bad. But then the moment you start scaling up and you get to someone who's got like 10,000 views, then that's when it goes, oh, that's when it really kicks in, and you're like 1,000 views is like nothing. Because so much more of your attention is going to be like people who aren't subscribed to your channel but then watch your content. Alright, I am clearly missing pathways. I need to look around. There is something that I'm missing. We'll go back up to the first bonfire in the gutter. Song recommendation. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. This is a fairly slow time at the moment, just because I'm still trying to figure out why I'm missing so many parts. Hey, gutter. Not down there. That way we can't get up. It's a one-way road. Poison throwing knives. Poison apple from Uncle Acid. A somewhat appropriate name given the fact that this whole area seems to like poison. And I keep getting a bunch of poison throwing knives. Yeah, there's definitely zip lines and things that I'm missing. Okay, I can't make that jump. I mean, I can try. Jeez. Okay, this was a bad idea. I'm just gonna go Geronimo. Oh, there's a platform there. Alright, I can see it. Might as well pop on the song then. Alright, Uncle. Acid. Caps lock on. Alright, let's have a listen. Alright. While that's playing through the unskippable 15-second ad. Speaking of YouTube ads. On mobile now, the ads don't have the timer for how long they last, which is really awful. So far, it's starting pretty strong on the guitars. Alright, we set that light there. Oh, I rolled through that like a champ. I like the lyrics on this one. I'm going to be honest. I kind of like the lyrics. I think part of that comes down to the ability to understand the lyrics, which is really nice. There we are. There's a ring of soul protection, not that I need it. And there's our invader. Ooh, hold on. All right. Hold on. Oh, don't tell me it's a random drop chance. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm just currently listening to Uncle Acid. I think part of the... I was thinking to myself, I kind of like this song in a way, but I think that's because I can actually understand what's going on with the lyrics. Although, I just lit up every torch in the gutter, And I didn't get the item that I'm after, which means I have to pause for a second and figure out what's happened. Let me have a look. Let me see. Hold on. The entire set minus the hat and the veil are a guaranteed drop from the NPC gutter who's encountered past the central at the bottom of the pit. All sconces in the area must be lit. So that's the wrong invader. That's fine. So the invader that I just got invaded by is not the invader. The invader that I need to find is someone called Gutter Denizen. It's invaded past the central gutter bonfire at the bottom of the pit. All sconces in the area must be lit for the invader to appear. Let me have a look. Alright, let's have a look. You're asking about the lyrics, never quite understanding the meaning. Let me go bring up the lyrics so I can refresh my mind. Here we are. It's from the single poison apple. Probably think of it more as the person who's singing is like someone's in a toxic relationship with the singer. That is, that the person who's in the relationship with the singer is not meant to feel safe in the relationship. And that's by design on the part of the singer. Oh, hold on, I've got to go central gutter. So if I go central gutter, which is here, and I drop down to the bottom of the pit, I should theoretically get invaded by... Theoretically should get invaded by someone by the name of Gutter Denizen. Yeah, there's a lot of songs. Hold on, that's not the one we want to drop down. This one here. I wouldn't call it doomy. It's more like... oh, I'll take that. See, there's your regular Great Club, but I've got a +8 Great Club. I'm fine. Fine. Come up here. Whack. Alright, so if I slide down here... No. I'm not getting invaded. This is a problem. I feel like I'm missing a torch. It's really awkward. That's right. You light the torches up on that one side and that gives you Belinda the Butcher. I don't know if the lyrics themselves represent a dark feel or a doom feel like doom metal. Because lyrics about awful love interests are not exactly uncommon. Yeah, musically it's... That is a good question. Hold on. There's a torch there. So if I light that one. And then there's another torch there that I need to get to. Right. Alright, let me clear these guys out. Like, maybe it is just from the fact that the lyrics are about the topic that they are. Hold on. Light that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I don't think there's any more torches to light up. But I'm still not getting invaded. I'm missing torches. I don't know if I'm going to have to find a video to actually look up where all the torches are. Yeah, because that's ground floor. That's up this level. Up here. There. What do you think of playback on live shows? I don't think there's any issues on playback on live shows. Part of the deal with using playback is to allow for partly a consistent sound. So, if you've got a good mixer, but your audio, like the audio in the room is still slightly off, like a live playback can help, or especially with larger venues. Larger venues like studio or stadiums or stuff like that. But playback isn't so much an issue as long as everyone else, whoever is playing, is actually also playing live as well. Why am I missing a torch? And I'm missing probably at least one. Maybe here? No, no. That's not it at all. I mean, playback's perfectly fine. I know there's been talk in the past about lip sync as a tool, and it's like lip syncing. Should you even do it or not? I remember there was the incident on Saturday Night Live with Jessica Simpson. I think it was Jessica Simpson. Where she basically got blocked for using lip sync in her performance. Why do I not have... I'm gonna have to probably look up where all the rest of the torches are. Just so I can actually run around and make sure that I've got every single torch lit. Because basically the NPC that I'm trying to get invading drops an item that I actually really need. Give me a second. I'm thinking also to like famous performers of the past who've used lip sync. Like, I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson's used lip sync. I mean, I've got YouTube open. Let me just have a look. Gutter sconces. Do we have a full map? Alright, I'm gonna have to bring this video up. I apologize. Now, this is... Oh, sorry about this. This is going to be really awkward. Let me drag this over here. Put that there. And now I have my eye across like the whole of 2 monitors. yeah, festivals have done lip sync. I know Michael Jackson's used lip sync before on some of the tours that he's done, just to like, because I mean, the performance stages are absolutely huge, and lip sync's used as a backing while he's also singing. But that's the thing, right? You can sing and you can also have lip sync going. And if you do both, that's fine, because lip syncing again helps ensure that you can have this sort of constant in your audio mix for the live performance. So if I go, I'm actually going to have to follow this guide. Give me a second here. For about, I think about 10 minutes, I might not be able to do things like listen to music or anything like that. So I need to really try to find every torch. Hold on, let me bump the quality up here. Okay. Torch there. First one's that way. Run across. This torch is lit. I'll tell you what, hearing the audio from this other person's playthrough of Dark Souls 2 and then my own audio, and it's like really tripping me out. Alright, drop down here. Light that torch. Run across here. This torch. Back down. Torch, torch. And that's the loop of the first area. Like, is there someone that you listen to in particular who you know uses lip sync? Alright, so they've jumped across here. You light all these torches. Run across here. Alright, up there's a torch. I mean, these are all things that I've lit up. Oh, this is disorienting. I hope I don't have to do this again. So, drop down. Torches on the ground level. Torches up there top. Hold on, hold on. Where are you at there? Oh, geez Louise. Hold on. Let me get up. Oh, I'm so glad I'm getting up. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Wind back. Ah, no, 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 don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Hold on, hold on. So, winding back. Gone up there. I'm waiting for you to cross the bridge. You cross the bridge. And where do you go from here? Hold on, hold on. What is that? What is that? Cross the bridge. Yeah, I'll take the recommendation, but not quite now, just because I'm torch lighting. Hold on. All right, I think I found it. We actually drop down here. Drop down. Check around this way. There's a torch sconce there. Okay. Light that one. Oh, of course. Not that I need the titanite chunk. Alright. Pause. After we light that torch, the actual studio version of Blood Runner. You light that torch. Light that one. You're dropping down. Drop down again. Light the torch. And then out and via the hole. Alright, I think I can see. So, what's the main difference you feel between, like, the live version and the studio version? Alright, and why do we have a hide night down here? Yeah, we have a hide night down here. I'm gonna ignore you. You look cool. Oh, there's the Aurus armor. We climb up here. And I'm hoping if there's any other torches up here. Light that one. Quality's different and the pacing's different. Banded great axe. I mean, okay. I'll talk briefly about great axes. Great axes are always super fun in this game. Do we take the zip wire? Guitar sounds hella sick. Yeah, we do take the zip wire. Light that up. We can easily drop down there, but instead... Ow. Ow. Did not want to fall down. Alright. I think I'm close to having every torch lit. Like, Ideally, I should have every torch lit by now. But I'm going to run back here and just check through. Hold on. Am I followed by anyone? Yes, I am. Of course I am. Hopefully that means I can soon put on the studio version. You know what, buddy? No. Alright. I'll wait up here. Of course you would. Dark Souls physics, yay! So across the zip line. And then we're back here. I think the reason why this guy's video is taking so long is just because he's also having to deal with all the enemies in the way. Alright. Yep. Light the torch down with the dog. And we're back up to here where we are. Across the bridge. Light the torch. Here we go. Alright. Try to make the jump. Alright, I think I've got every torch lit. Alright, I'm going to try making my way down. Why did I get poisoned? What my... Step up here. Okay. So in the original Dark Souls, obviously you don't really need to light all the torches. But the torches serve as... Basically, if you light all the torches in the gutter, you can... Once you head down the bottom here, bottom of this pit, there we are. We get invaded by someone called the Gutter Denizen. Now, once I get invaded by the Gutter Denizen and I beat the Gutter Denizen, there we are. Oi. Oh, down on the ground. Down on the ground. All the stuff's dropped down. I'm gonna have to pick it up. Okay, good. Where is it? Oh no! Don't tell me that's the stuff there. No, that better not be it. Why does that look like a dead body? Basically, when I beat the gutter denizen, as you saw there, I'm supposed to get drops from the boss, or from the enemy, which is meant to give the outfit that the gutter denizen was wearing. And that outfit that the gutter denizen wears has the highest magic resist in the game. Or like one of the highest. I'm really hoping that that is just from the body falling down there and not actually the items that I need. Because if that's the case, then I'm kind of stuffed. But the thing is, I beat the gutter denizen up here. So if anything should have dropped, it should have dropped down specifically on the ground where it is right there. And it could have fallen through the floor. Oh, that's the worst feeling. Oh, that is the worst feeling. Because the moment I go back to a bonfire, I'm not getting those items. Oh, that's absolutely the worst feeling. Sorry. Close that one off. That is... Oh, that actually ruins my plan so much. Because it could have legitimately fallen there. Oh, that's so annoying. Hold on. Can the gutter denizen respawn on New Game Plus cycles? Okay. Gutter denizen. Okay, I can theoretically light a bonfire setting on the central gutter bonfire and fight him again. Alright, I've got a bonfire aesthetic. Let's do it. Alright. We're gonna fix this up. Might as well pop on the music then while I can. So I'm gonna rest here and get things set up. So I'm putting on Blood Runner. Okay. Blood Runner. And the studio version. 4 minutes, 2 seconds. Also, while I'm here, I do have a friend request. And accepted. So yeah, I'll usually, like, if I'm checking on Discord, expect the times that I check Discord to be maybe somewhere in the vicinity of when I normally start streaming, which for me is about 10 or 11 p.m. But let's pop on Blood Runner now. Alright, so it's going straight from the sirens into like the fast-paced drums. I mean, it does. Alright, I'm gonna have to relight the torches around this area. Hold on. Okay, light that one. Oh, still got hit there. Now, I don't want to head up. Actually, I do want to head up. Need to go in that other area. Yeah, that's all good. Thanks for the request. Yeah, it'll make things easier if you want someone to, like, bounce ideas off. Oh, how do I go from here? I think I'm gonna have to try and make that jump. Made it. Yeah, I'll take another great club. Alright, so I've got some more torches that I need to light. Oh, I'm barely alive, but still barely alive. I'll take it. Still barely alive. Oh. Yeah, the guitar solo comes across really well on the studio version. Alright, I'm going to leave this torch here for last. Alright, light that one. And then head up this way. Yeah, headphones are so good to listen to things with. Alright, now we drop down here. Set this light. Alright. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna check up on the top floor before I light that very bottom torch. So we've got 1. I've got 2. I've got 3. The one on the bottom's still gonna be done. Check up around here. The same chicken came back. Listen, it probably likes you. It's gone, oh yeah. They're not trying to kill me, they're just trying to throw me out at the best. Ooh, I almost fell down. And having cranked all the enemies to new game. Plus... Alright, there's no torches outside here. Which means hopefully... Once I light that bottom one... Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. Platform there. Don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry. There's nothing up there, and I know that's a trap. Don't have anything there. Don't have anything there. Down here. Up down here. Dark fog again and a torch. Yeah, I'm just breaking these. More life gems. All right. There's the gutter denizen. Oh, no, I didn't want that. Alright. I'm gonna get invaded by the gutter denizen. I'm going to have to juke him until I beat all the guys down the bottom. Oh, hold on. No. Alright. Alright, alluring skulls. Ah, that was not great. I'm gonna have to pick a different approach as well. Maybe instead of going through that specific pathway, I'll go through just one of the others. Oh. This one here. Dead. Alright. Oh, I've got another idea. This might theoretically work. I use the... Hold on. Can I not use the bone fist? What's my stat requirement for the bone fist? Oh, it requires 30. Hold on. Do I have a random dagger just lying around in my inventory? I do have a random dagger, which is really helpful because it means I can push down here. 1, 2. And then I just spam this guy out with dagger attacks. I was hoping to push him, to be honest. Well, I want to go with the poise ring. Stone ring, maybe. So I currently slapped on the strength ring, but if I... Where's the stone ring? That theoretically could help me break the enemy's stance a little bit better. Ooh! Wrong ladder! And I wouldn't have had to do this if I had been able to pick up the items the first time around. Okay, go down here. One, two. One. I'm dead. Nah, that was a waste of an alluring skull as well. Yeah, unfortunately I got shoved off the edge. Alright, eventually these guys will probably also despawn by the time I'm done with them. So, who's gonna fall down? Beautiful. right at the bottom of the ladder. Okay, one. Is that everyone? There we are. Got it. Got it. That's it. I'm done. All right. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use the magic shield, but here's what I'm thinking. Finally, now having gotten everything, I'm going to go potentially respec. I say potentially because I need to work out what my current base stats are. I take off that. Player stats. I have 11 strength, 5 dexterity, 6 adaptability. Alright, how can I do this? And 20 fate. So if I put the chime... Where's Agadane's gloves? Oh, his cuffs. Now the mace I currently cannot wield. I have 27 fate. That allows me to cast that. I don't have a way to get... I mean, if I go to 26... Hold on. Player status, that changes nothing there. And so I went strength ring and dexterity ring. Where's Flynn's? "11 dexterity. Do I have another shield in my inventory that can work well to block magic? Golden Falcon, Cleric's Palmer. Let me have a look at some of these other shields. I'm gonna have to crack open... Cleric's Palmer blocks, is that 70% of magic? What's its stat requirement? 7 and 7. Sanctum Shield, I don't think I can wield. Sanctum Shield. Oh yeah, I've got no chance of wielding that. That blue wooden shield, Old Knight Shield, Drangleic Shield, Shield of the Insolent. No, Shield of the Insolent doesn't have the ability to drop. It doesn't have the ability to really block. What's that? Blue wooden shields. Nope. What else do I have? Lumbering Dragon Shield is a 65 all round. Four-kind Bellkeepers, Watch Dragon Palmer, and the Charred Lois Shields. Watch Dragon Palmer blocks 75% of magic. Is not bad. And the Charred Lois Shield is a 45, so no. Otherwise, take the Palmer out. And then I have a quick look at the Llewellyn Shield. It's also a 75. Cleric's Small Shield is 70. Alright, let's work out what I can do with these shields. Because I need that with the magic resist. And then magic defense wise. 75, 70, 95, but it requires 14. Requires 14 dexterity. And its stability is... What's the stability? 25. The Llewellyn Shield's at least got a bit better stability. As does the Palmer. So the Llewellyn and the Palmer are currently competing. Alright. So if I took off the dexterity ring, that only requires strength. If I took off the strength ring, I have 12 strength exactly. Then I put on Simpleton's Ring. And then I go Tune Spell, and I take that out for Great Magic Barrier, which only requires 28 faith. But equipment. And I have 433 magic defense. Alternatively, if I then put the spell quartz on, I have 583 magic defense. Alright, this might work. Alright, so I don't need to use a... what you call it? A soul vessel to respec. Alright, I think I've got this. Also, I should check. Small blue burrs are useful as well, in case I don't have a good time to cast Great Magic Barrier. So, let's talk about Great Magic Barrier. Great Magic Barrier improves your magic defense by 250 points. A small blue burr increases it by 150. You can't use them both, they overlap. The other spell option, theoretically for boosting magic defense, is Magic Barrier, but Magic Barrier is something I can't get because it costs souls. So the advantage of Magic Barrier is that it actually improves the magic defense of yourself and allies around by 150. So it's the only one that you can use to buff multiple people at once. Now, the other thing that I just want to check. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get away with too much more. And I have no bright bugs either. I have 3 dark pine resins. The dark pine resin can be used to buff my weapon with dark damage. And dark damage would be really nice. Simply because the H smelter is actually weak to dark. Although I'm sure that none of the weapons that I have will actually do base dark damage and that I can wield in one go. Dark Thrift does dark damage, but I can't wield it. And it would also do far less damage than what my current weapon is. Magic Mace. I also don't have the stats for the Trident. Although getting a Trident buff is hard. So if I look at, like, say, Dark Drift, it's 28 dexterity. In fact, it doesn't even do that at all. Store, 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 and the Bone Fist. Store the Llewellyn, the Palmer, the Magic Shield, Charred Lois. Like, the only other thing I can maybe do is switch out the leggings. Where's the Black Witch trousers? But the magic defense on the Black Witch trousers is like nothing. It's like a little bit better, but in the grand scheme of things, I'll take the extra HP. Alright, let's make our way over to... Here we go. Could summon? We'll try it solo. Inventory, use one of those. Made it through. Inventory. All right, here we go. One. Here we go. Focus. Jeez. So Great Magic Barrier is not lasting very long. Unfortunately, much I can do about that. Not much I can do about that. Though it does minimize the amount of damage I take. Yeah, this is a DPS race, unfortunately. Alright. full. And then 1, 2. It's the other thing that I have to restore spell uses. Yeah, because if I can keep the buff lasting. Alright, here we go. Hold on. Gee Louise. Alright, I live. I live. Do I live? No, I don't live. This is doable. That's doable. Huh. No Elizabeth mushrooms. Alright, pull that. Ah, not great. Oh, come on, guys, go. Send back Lori. Alright, here we go. Now here's the bloodstain count. Oh. Jeez. Sure, I just don't roll. Not on any of those attacks. Alright. I'm feeling a little bit better. I know I can actually take hits now from Aged Smelter. Unfortunately, I can't buff my damage, but my buffs are pretty much limited to dark pine resin. Which, I mean, sure, I've got them. I might as well use them. Alright, pull that lever. Right. Oh, they're all taking damage. I don't want to de-summon Adol, but I'm gonna have to. Come on, stop leaping. Okay. Oh, I blocked that. Do I live? Oh, I tried pressing the roll. Nah, that's all good. That's all good. Take care. And I'll see you around on Discord. Alright, I'm out of Dark Pine Resins. I think that's a really good strategy though. Do need to get more, and I think the only way for me to get more is either to farm them or... or I can switch them out for fire resin, so charcoal pines. Which I have plenty of. So I'll take a slight damage hit, but I have more charcoal pine resins. Yeah, and also the other thing that didn't help is that I lost my Great Magic Barrier buff. Well, it faded away, and I didn't get a good chance to reuse it. By the looks of it, Laurie's going to get desummoned at the end. Alright, let's go. One, two... Done and done. I have to admit, I like this dress. I mean, the skirt doesn't match, but what can I do? Yeah, Laurie's taking more hits. Adel's so far looking... he's taken a couple of pokes, but hopefully everyone makes their way through. Yeah, indeed. And back Laurie. There's the other buff. Gone. Magic barrier needs to come back on. Can you stop moving, please? Nah. Alright. Alright, this is doable. This is doable. I can always go farm more pine resins. Yeah, I've still got plenty of resources. Yeah, the thing about Adel is... he takes more damage over time. From the... no, he takes more damage over time from the AoE on the Smelter Demon. Just because he can't heal like Laurie can. But Laurie's got lower HP. Like, Laurie takes way more damage per hit. Alright. Drop down. Drop down. Let's see who makes it. I'm also not blocking enough with the Palmer. Theoretically, if I sacrifice a little bit more, I can get that little bit of extra stamina recovery. Send back Laurie. One, two, three. two, three, four. Roll. Two, three, four. Up your sword, thank you. One, two, three. Two, one, two, three. One, two, roll. Two, three, done. There we are. Done, done, and dusted. And there's the Pharaoh's Mask. The Pharaoh's Mask makes you wet. Like, legitimately, that's what it does. It makes you wet. Oh, that feels so good. Travel. We go to the final area of the game. King's Gate. Alright, attune spells. And we switch this out for Sunlight Blade. Ooh, I don't have enough stats for Sunlight Blade. I'm gonna do one last respec. I've got 2 points in 2 points in adaptability that I'll have to take out, and I'll have to put them into Faith. Yeah, let's reallocate points. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. And then I go 21, 22. And now I can cast Sunlight Blade. With an agility of 89, which is only 1 less. I think I'd lose 1 iframe. Alright, let's do this. Alright, where's my King's Ring? That's the one. Alright. Now here... Ooh, Ring of Embedded doesn't seem to add too much. I could go Ring of Blades. That's always a nice staple to go for. And I'll keep the Black Witch outfit on, because a lot of the attacks that these guys will do, the final bosses, they'll do like magic damage or elemental damage. Now, ideally, I do have a Flame Quartz ring +3, and I can probably keep that up my sleeve for Aldia, because I believe a lot of Aldia's attacks are fire related. Also, I better take those off and pop the life gems on. Now comes for the fun part. Bradley of the Old Guard, Ben Hart of Jugo, and the head of Vanguard. I might as well put the Flame Quartz ring on. Oh, I love this. It is a full squad and a half. Hey, Nishandra, time to come knocking. Listen, I've been in every other boss in the game so far, except for you and one other. And you can't curse me. Have fun.
Grave undead. You have proven yourself to me. Be one with the dark.
Honestly, you're not as scary as Alana either. Alana has actual summons. You've just got garbage. Oh, fine. I'll have to break these things. I forgot they've got a HP drain effect over time. No. Enough. Alright. One more soul, I believe. Or one more boss.
Many monarchs have come and gone. One drowned in poison, others succumbed to flame. Still another slumbers in the realm of life.
No, they're all beaten. They're all beaten.
Not one of them stood here. As you do now. You, conqueror of adversities. Give us your answer.
That's right. You do damage over time. You and your stupid fire body. Can you, like... Thank you. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen you, Aldia. A very long time. And you're annoying. However, I think I might fight you solo. I'm gonna be honest. $371 fire defense. Not bad. Now, I think as soon as I walk down into the arena, Aldia should spawn in. Because Nishandra's beaten, right? Her soul's gone. Kaputski's. So now it's literally just the one-on-one against Aldia. It's just annoying because it's like when Aldia puts up the fire around him, can't really get in and poke him. You can with actually with a spear, right? If you're using a spear, do I want to bring in the full squad? Yeah, why not? Admittedly, Bernard going down up against everyone was like, up against the Chandra was like my bad. Because I forgot that while I don't get hit with curse, the spire, I guess the I guess the dark orbs that she picks up do have damage over time effect. Good. Yeah, see, you take a lot of damage, actually. Just have to be mindful that... Alright. Oh, okay. Oops, that's my bad. I'm so sorry, everyone. Honestly, I shouldn't even need this. I might just go more damage with the Ring of Blades. And I might as well stick the herbs back on. Yeah. If Alia starts off with the giant fireball, I'll just run in and start poking away. Because he doesn't have the fire around him. That's usually what trips me up, is just the chip damage over time from the fire. Everyone's ready? Oh. That's my bad. Yay. I would have survived that if I had the fire ring. The fact that I have to keep switching out for the king's ring is something else. Yeah, this is me just having brain farts because I don't ever really remember Aldia as a fight. And normally, if I'm fighting Aldia, it's definitely not like this. It's definitely on a much more leveled character. I have to remember that. Just like the little things that will kill me that otherwise wouldn't. Normally I'd be... Yeah, I do like great axes, but I have to admit, my favorite weapon type in this game, not the clubs, not the great clubs, not even the like the ultra swords or the great swords, spears. Spears are my favorite weapon type in this game, and not the old, you know, poke behind a shield thing, which you can always do with a spear, but it's just the spear animations are cool. Specifically the spear critical. Oh, that thing is so... Hey, it gives you so much gratification on it. It is like the most satisfying... I have to wait for you to do something else, Aldia. Who are you gonna throw it at? Oh, you threw it at me. Well, that's annoying. I think if I see that attack, I'm just gonna make some distance and let everyone else wail on him. That way I can actually see the fireball coming in. You know, I'll just keep the king's ring on. Doesn't matter. Right. Yeah. Brain. We can do this. It's basically you just keep the distance from the fireball. Wait for the timing on either... Does his root poking into the ground, which drops the fire around him. And then even if I get hit by one of that, I'll still live because it only does like 70% of my health, and I can heal that up. It just limits my options for attacking him. Oop, which means Sunlight Blade doesn't really offer a lot of value, but it's alright, all things considered. Great heal would be pretty good. Are they going for me? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You don't really get a lot of good opportunities to attack. Yeah. Oh, that was annoying. The teleport. The teleport did me in just because it's like I was trying to apply Sunlight Blade while he was teleporting, and then he teleported right underneath me. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the two instant death attacks are definitely the big fireball, and if he teleports underneath me, he could probably kill me with a chain of fireballs, but I'd have to be pretty unlucky to get hit by multiple fireballs. I could see it happening though if I failed to dodge a fireball and then get hit by like 2 or 3 in succession. Knowing my luck, it's probably getting hit by 2 fireballs in succession. Because while Aldia has a lower amount of health for a final boss, he does have the damage output for it. So it somehow wouldn't surprise me if it was 2 hits at my current health value. And I think even with the maybe with the flame quartz, it would turn it into 3 hits on the fireballs, but everything else will sort of still take me out in like 1 hit. Hey, welcome, welcome! Indeed, thank you very much for stopping by. How are you holding up? As you can see, I am on the final boss of the game. Literally the one last boss. Can you drop the fire, please, Old? Please, I've got a Sunlight Blade ready to go for you. Also, I'm summoning just for the fun of it. I know it's not as effective, but... Buddy, you're gonna have to stop with the fire. Of course, that'd be right. Yeah, no, that's all well and good. This is why I don't like you, Aldia. I get like no time to use my buffs. Also, where are you coming in? At least I get a couple of hits. Nope. Yeah, I actually ended up beating Smelter. I had to go around, get this, the Black Witch dress. He went on, the feet are displeased. They have made their displeasure very, very known. Yeah, sometimes it do be like that. Do you do a lot of walking yourself normally, or not as much? Vanderhart, please, buddy, this is the second time you kind of went down. Also, Aldia, not this. He's probably going to try and teleport underneath me or something. Yep. Run. Oh. It's like standing on needles, but the needles are made of fire. Yeah, it do be like that. Like I asked, are you... Yeah, you go for a walk every day. Is it just like a new walking track though? Because I find usually when I'm doing walking like that, for the longer walking as well, for me, it really hurts when I'm when I'm walking on newer areas, because my feet are like, they're not used to it, so they have to kind of move around. You know what? I've tried summoning enough. Let me in. Yeah, when it's mostly walking on newer tracks is when I do it, because then the feet go, what are we doing? Just on the side of the road. You normally go for like, maybe it's the duration? Don't know. I'll try doing this on solo mode. I just don't like the fact that I don't really have good opportunities to attack Aldia with this setup. Normally, I was thinking to myself earlier, normally when I fight against Aldia, I actually enjoy using spears in Dark Souls 2. Like, spears are my favorite. So, even with the fire up, I normally have range to just poke from outside the fire. But I'm definitely not used to fighting Aldia with a mace. Alright. We'll do this. Hey, Aldia. Yeah, I'm just coming in by myself today. That's alright then. You're working on it? That's all good. Can you throw the fireball? Thank you. Down a bit over 30. Hey, congratulations on that one. Yeah, it's the slower gains. Slow and steady gains are always the good way to go. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, Aldia, don't throw the fireball. I just used the Sunlight Blade buff. Can you at least throw up some spikes or something? Oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah, congratulations on the weight loss. It'll be a lot of work, because it's... The thing is, your body will get used to it, and then the weight loss will slow down, and that might feel demotivating as heck. And then it's a matter of trying to find ways to push your body that little bit more, that little bit harder. But if you've lost that 30 pounds so far, definitely on the right track, so keep it up. Also, that was a complete embarrassment. Why did I have to run off the edge? You know what? I'm feeling super lazy as well. I might summon Bradley of the Old Guard. And Vengarl. Benhart can stay behind. I don't know. I really just want to go in with the full squad of, like, summons. Unfortunately, Benhart's just not that great. I think it's mostly just down to the fact that Vengarl's got a lot of health. And Bradley can heal up. Yeah, what else is sort of happening around your life at the moment? Because I know you said yesterday you went off to watch someone playing Dark Souls 2 going for a no death run. Are they doing no death, no bonfire, or just no death? Alright, hey guys. Alright, what are you doing? Okay. quick fireballs, it's fine. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought would get me. I was mapping it out in my head. That's exactly what it is. You picked up on something very important there. It's just a no-death bonfire. Fair enough. Because you can always do them separately anyway. No death on one and then no bonfire on the other. Doing them at the same time is fiddly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Things like sugar, the processed fats, they kind of stick around because they feel like it's kind of like they put energy into your body that your body won't burn, but then they don't fill you up. And that's the main thing. There's a whole bunch of stuff about, it's not about calories, but it's the way your body reacts to sugar and how it processes it and stuff like that. But I'm not a food scientist. All I know is definitely when, like, I'm along the same way, working to lose weight, I've hit the stage where it's like trying to lose weight now by ordinary means is tougher. Yeah, sugar can be really addictive. And it's one of those things where it'll take time because you have to work out alternatives for your diet. But sugar is one of the tough ones. Like, I did it. Like, I'm not gonna... I'd say I don't cut sugar out of my life entirely, but I limit when I take it is what I do. So if I'm gonna have anything with sugar, it's after dinner and it's solely for dessert, and it's a small amount of dessert. That's it for me. And I had to work that down. It was like, I admit I used to eat like a good couple of scoops of ice cream, and then again eat a couple of other scoops of ice cream and stuff like that. And it was one step at a time. That's what it is. Alright, Aldia, where are you spawning in there? Oh, come on. I couldn't even see that spike coming up because it was hidden underneath his body. Yay. Yeah, sugar's really addictive, but you find ways to cut it out by substituting with things that don't have sugar or don't even have like artificial sweeteners. Yeah, Vanguard is such a good summon. And I do like Bradley. Again, Bradley is this, like, he's got heals. He's got a weapon buff, which is half decent against Aldia. He can attack from range with emit force, and he has that spear. He's a pretty good summon, all in all. And Vanguard's just got the HP. I'm clearly the weak link. Honestly, I might just take those off. And this as well. And probably, I mean, I could. Veni Boy and Aldia are your two favorites. I have to admit, I kind of wish we had, like, just one more interaction with Aldia as a character in the game. Because we interact with him after lighting... In Scholar, that is. You interact with him after lighting the 4th bonfire. And then you meet him at his keep. I think you meet him at his keep. No, you don't meet him at his keep. You meet him at... which one is it? Brain. Dragonary. Yeah, golf is... I mean, golf's pretty cool. I think Dark Souls 3 is currently on sale at the moment. I might consider it, but I think it's not too keen on it. I have to admit, I do like Ben Hart as a character. Like, Ben Hart, something about Ben Hart just really endears to me. Like, He's very honest about what he does, what he is, and of course I fall off the edge when I'm not looking, which is something that Ben Hart wouldn't do. I also just like the accent. It's like, it really stands out as an accent compared to, I feel, every other character in the game. And even every other character in Souls. Like, it gets to the point where Patches is Patches, right? And you can go, hey, you hear Patches and it's the same voice actor, so you know what you're getting. But I don't think there's been any other character in the game, or in a Souls-like game, sorry, in the FromSoft Souls-like games, who has an accent quite like Ben Hart's. Yeah, fourth bonfire. First bonfire in the crypt. Yeah, I forgot about that one. I guess it is fair. I was thinking I would like to meet him at one more, but I forgot you meet him at the crypt. So yeah, I think maybe if that's the case, he appears enough to be important, and then obviously being the final boss. Final boss. I can't remember though. I think it would have been cool. And I don't know if the voice line changes if you have all the crowns or not. But I would have liked him to actually, if he has a voice line that changes if you have all 4 crowns versus one that he says when you have none of the crowns or not all of them. That's also kind of cool, but if he doesn't have that, I think that would have been really nice. Like, he alludes to them in the statement that he makes. Like, oh, there's all those kings. What are you going to do, Aldia? Which way are you throwing that fireball? Oh, Bradley, you are so cool. 1, 2. Jeez. Ah, the fire is the worst part. Just comes in and it's so far. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Roll. Bradley, you might need to heal up. Alright, who's going to take fireball attention? I'll take it. Fine. And he teleports straight away. And then the fact that the fire is the one thing that... Jeez. Like, the fire is the one thing that powers up for his phase 2 is just really annoying. Because then it means you get even less time to attack him from up close. One, 2, 3, 4. Up. Went in. Also, it's slowing you down is a pain. Yeah, it is Disco Inferno. Bradley, where you going? Alright. I'm gonna get 2 hits here, and then I'm gonna back up. So I can see what's going on. Oh no, don't teleport under... I'm dead. Oh, I hate that. That's happened twice now. has actually happened twice. I swear Aldio's reading inputs. Of course, he's a final boss. He gets away with it. He gets to have it for free. But that is honestly the second time that that's happened where I've gone. He's teleported. I've gone to buff Sunlight Blade, and he specifically teleports underneath me. And I know I can't survive that because last time he did it, I was at full health. Thanks, Aldia. Yeah, I had to rejig my build just for Aged Smelter. Because I needed to be able to cast Great Magic Barrier. Also wield the mace in one hand. So I had to give up. It was only a small shift in stats. Actually, I got away with it. For the most part, I had to use a Soul Vessel so I could wield Sunlight Blade. That's the main one that's annoying. I guess the only other thing I could maybe do is Denial. That's the thing, right? I feel like from phase 2, he starts being more aggressive in actually teleporting to underneath layer. And if you've got NPC summons, he might prioritize you as a player because you're the host. And obviously that's that. I don't know if he prioritizes the host as well when he's teleporting and you've got actual players. It's like here, see, he's actually teleporting to a player. One, two. Yeah, Aldia's... I think it's like just final boss shenanigans. Like here, I've got to move away clearly because otherwise I get blown out. Oh, I just wish the fire actually didn't slow you down. It makes it really hard for me to get in. Saw that. 1, 2, 3. You can get like 4 swings in. Like I could get 4 swings in when he does the big fireball. The problem is I need stamina to actually be able to back up from Aldia so I can see who he's targeting with the fireball. Because if he targets me with the fireball, I have to dodge it or I die. If he targets anyone else with the fireball, it's like, fine. Alright, Vanguard, what are we doing? Where is he teleporting to? Should have healed up a little bit more. At least I can get 1 hit in. I've got to watch out. He's on the ledge. Speaking of giant fireballs, he hasn't done one in a while. 1, 2, 3. Roll. One, 2, 3, 4. That's the enhanced fire, which means now everyone burns faster. It's not... This isn't that great of a run. Just because, like, Bengal's taken a lot of damage. On this build, I definitely have more strength. Like, I can't get dex on this build unless I use the dexterity ring, which I have done. And that was so I could wield the vessel shield in one hand. Yeah, Vengar's down. But the most amount of dex that I can probably get is... Hold on, where's he teleporting to? The most amount of dex I can probably get is like 14 or so, which is not enough, unfortunately, to wield any of the spears. Although theoretically I could soul vessel and respec into something that allows it. But I'll have to give up Sunlight Blade, which I guess is fine because I'm not getting much use out of it at all. Thanks, Aldia, you are a pain in the behind. Honestly, if this attempt fails, theoretically it could. Even down to like 3 Estus. I'll wait for the fireballs. They're probably going to... Yep, fireballs are coming for me. Oh, Bradley predicted the coming in. Nope, run. Actually, this might work. I have one more Estus Flask. But yeah, if this attempt fails at the last minute, I can always respec away from Faith and go towards putting enough dexterity in. Okay. That is the first time I've seen that. That is kind of shenanigans. Why that happened, I don't know. That was indeed painfully close. Alright. I might as well use a soul vessel. I think I've got several more. And the lingering hitbox, I think that was a bit of an unfair thing. If I'm going to go into something, I'll just quickly pull out, say... Where is it? I'll grab the winged spear and I'll grab the partisan. Just want to have a quick look at which one's actually like longer. So, if I stand here... Have you ever had his line of root attacks hit you double back? I almost did. Actually, what am I doing? Hold on. Which one looks longer? I think they're both about the same length, actually. I did have it attempt double back, but because I was in a hard knockdown state, because I got hit by one of the later ones, it didn't kill me. But I definitely saw that it was going to loop back and hit me twice. Have a look at movements. Got a poke there. Alright. What can I get out of this? I need 18 dexterity. Or 20 dexterity. Technically, this has got more damage, but a lower scaling. Let's see if this works. Because I'll also have to give up that. Because I'm going to have to take points away from Faith. We'll just leave it with a basic heal for the moment. If I go Vessel Shield... Vessel Shield... Hold on. Vessel Shield adds what to my stats? No, it doesn't really add that much. But if I do have the strength... No, it wouldn't matter. Let me try to work out the maths on this. If it's even worth it. I don't think it is, to be fair. In this particular case, but... Maybe. Brain's trying to math out what I can do with this. Sunken King. If I go...
Do you?
Hold on.
No, of course not. No.
How many soul vessels do I have? Oh, I've still got plenty of these things.
Do.
Yeah. I do have a Souls Planner, but because I have to... This is one of the challenges when it comes to Soul Memory 30K builds, is you kind of have to map... Sometimes you have to map things out on the fly. Like what I had to do for... Who was it? Effectively, I think I had a slightly different build for Burnt Ivory King, where it was leaning towards a lot of strength, but just enough so I could two-hand a lot of the clubs. So not just say the Giant's Club +8, but also I was wielding like Malformed Skull and stuff like that. Just to two-hand everything. Alright, if I give up the faith... Wow, cleric with like no faith. If I go here... And then I do that... And then... Where's that dexterity ring? Let's have a look at the movesets. Ooh. What do I feel about that poke? Hold on. I don't need the dexterity ring. I can get away with it. And then if I don't even need to worry about casting, do I? Yeah, alright, let's run with this. Let's see how it goes. Okay, back to the King's Gate. Finally, actually back to something that I would feel a little bit more comfortable with in terms of spears. Come on, we can remember which one we're going to. Here we go. Yeah, Souls Planner is something that's really useful. I find that when I'm doing Soul Memory 30K builds, it's kind of useful at the start just for mapping out how many souls I actually have available to spend. So, biggest thing is, if I'm planning on getting a particular weapon upgraded, how many souls is that going to cost me? And if I have to buy it, and then also counting for like the Agape Ring, how many souls do I have left to play around? But I use a combination of Souls Planner for that, plus I actually use Wikidot. I don't use Fextra Life for Dark Souls 2. I prefer Wikidot. Because Wikidot was probably the original Dark Souls 2. It was more like the original Souls wiki setup. Because it was used a lot for Demon Souls wiki. Which actually, the Wikidot players ended up almost contributing entirely to the writing of the Demon Souls the Demon Souls English release. Basically, it was like a full guide for the game. Dexter, yeah, that is true. Unfortunately, Wikidot kind of lost popularity as Vextra got bigger. And so by the time you hit Dark Souls 3 specifically, Wikidot was no longer the relevant platform for that, which is a shame because there's some stuff that Wikidot does really well. Like it clearly outlines how much everything's going to cost for an upgrade to a weapon. So like coming into a soul memory challenge, you can map out, right, if I buy this weapon and it costs me this many souls, here's how many I need to actually get everything else. Come on, we can... Oh. Oh, that's right. I don't have... Ow. If I'm doing a spear build, I normally love using like Pate's spear. Yeah, Pate's spear is so fun against Aldia just because it's like stupidly long. Yeah, the loss of damage is whatever. Yeah. The only problem with Pate's is that it requires like literally 27 dexterity. And I don't have a way to get 27 dexterity. Vanguard, why are you taking so much damage? Oh, buddy or pal, why are you taking so much damage? Ugh. That was a really good time to try and get an opportunity to get some hits in. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about here. If you get hit with the later half of the attack, you can often just get knocked down and then that's fine. But early on, no, that's wiping you out, which is a shame. Admittedly... I don't really think any of the other rings are going to be too useful here. I mean, aside from maybe Ring of Blades, just for that little bit of extra damage. Ring of the Embedded's not going to offer too much in the way of boosts. Although it might help just because of the stamina. The other thing maybe I can get away with is not even using the Simpleton's Ring. I'm not doing too much dodging. Yeah, you could say Ring of Blades +2, but I beat Aldia, and once I beat Aldia, that's actually the final boss. Although I do feel I can get pretty close. Unfortunately, it's just I also don't think I've got any... Like, I've literally got a single gold pine resin left. I've no dark pine resins, no aromatic ooze, nothing like that. So, a single gold pine resin on Aldia is not really going to be helpful. Also, I don't have access to Pate's Spear on this build. So I went and sided with Pate. I really should have sided again. No, actually... No, I should have Pate's Spear, but I won't have 27 dexterity. If there was a chest armor piece that I could wear that could give dexterity, then I would put it on. Alas, there's nothing. Yeah, and there's no point changing armors. At this stage, fashion is what it is. See, like here, we're starting off with the big fireball, and theoretically I could get like some pokes, but because I'm the first one in on the gate, he's going to target me. Oh. Okay. Damage. I don't think I've got a way to get additional dexterity. There might be something if I work around with, say, like there is a workaround for dexterity. If I grab the... But then again, it's like I can do this workaround, but then it's kind of like I still don't have damage. And the workaround is to actually use the work hook, which offers 5 dexterity. But then I can't do it anyway because it's going to clash with the vessel shield. The only other way is like Vine Balm, which is like a 45-second boost to dexterity. Where is that spear? Just to show off the length of it. It's the hide spear. Like, that's the length of Pate's spear. It is gigantic. And I don't think I have Vine Balm anyway. I do have like 3. Yeah, the 101% character. Yeah, and this is the thing where it's like 2 of every weapon. You know what? Got some fire bombs. I've got actually some things I can throw. I don't even know if that does damage to Aldia. I don't think it does. Yeah, true. The key of the embedded, because it's like it doesn't cross over between new game cycles, which is always fun. It's like I've got an additional Estus Flask shard because it's like, what can I do with it? Alright. Oh, come on, buddy. You don't have to spawn in like that. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, just the impact of the spear criticals. This is why I love spears in Dark Souls 2. And it is a shame that the criticals get... Yeah, no, that could be right. If it doesn't cross out... If you can't get another one because they only let you get the one. Yeah, I still remember when Key to the Embedded was actually one of the routing options for Dark Souls 2 speedruns. Because it's like you get it, and then you can two-hand it and power it up, and it's basically just like this extra bonus damage. But then the strategy of like Rapier plus leveling up plus resins plus two-handed pokes is equal to like, congrats, you beat the whole game stupidly easy. Yeah, Key of the Embedded is fun. Actually, I think the super fun one that I like, even though it's just the curved greatsword, is the curved nil greatsword. But the fact that it scales with like your new game plus level or it scales with your new game cycle, which is actually stupidly funny if you can get a build at a low soul memory to wield the curved nil greatsword and you're on like a new game plus cycle. And then you bring people into your world. And it's like, why do I do so little damage there? Does he have like additional damage resist against what I'm doing? Because if so, I'm gonna have to switch back. Again, I've never usually had this kind of issue. Unless he's just got additional damage reduction when he's got the fire up. Yeah, he gets... I think it gets slightly more than that, due to the way that sometimes... Like, the maths on it is a little bit weird. There was a video from Limit Breakers about the curved nil greatsword, and then there was like a comment about the scaling being slightly different from what's shown. Just wait. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think the scaling's a little... I don't know. I've got to confirm that. Because, again, what it shows might be a little bit different from its actual damage. Hold on. Who are you targeting? See, this is actually a pretty good run, all things considered. Yeah, curved nil greatswords are fun. Actually, the whole concept of just like being a high level, like a high new game cycle player, and then having people into your world is like, it's fun as heck. I don't know, because you're summoning them in as like cooperators in your world, so they basically just. Yeah, I think the reason why I like it so much, there was the original video that I saw, which was someone playing Dark Souls. Undead Parish, but they're on New Game Plus 7. And so they're on New Game Plus 7, and they summon people in on Undead Parish, and just... Oh, this is why I need to dodge the fireball or I die. Yeah, but these people, they basically get summoned in and they're all just dying to the basic undead mobs. And it's just funny to watch. Because it's kind of like the most harmless thing that you can do, really, in a way, because they're... If you're putting down your sign... Like, if you're putting down your sign, you're trying to get summoned in, but there's like a... What's the mindset behind it? I think it's probably the most harmless form of trolling. Because the person who's being summoned in doesn't actually lose anything if they die as a white phantom in someone else's world. They don't lose their souls. They don't drop any items or really have anything broken, because the host can't do that. And the person's not bringing in invaders as well. But it's something that can really only... It works in Dark Souls because you have... Your matchmaking is purely based on your soul level. Which leads to situations like what I just talked about. Or people who go through the game, upgrade their weapons and their armor, and then go back to early areas like Undead Parish, Undead Burg, and invade people and start blasting them with like +5 Chaos Flame Rapiers or whatever else is going on. So Dark Souls 2 goes Soul Memory, and people don't like Soul Memory because it's like you're constantly getting pushed up the bracket outside of your own control. So Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring go soul level or player level plus a weapon level of your upgraded weapon. Whatever's your highest upgraded weapon affects your soul level. Jeez. One, two, three. Roll. Another fun way is... Oh, that one's always fun. It works really well if you've got people who don't expect it. So people who are like invading you, but they're not familiar with the area. So like in Elden Ring, that kind of works really well in like Limgrave. Because a lot of the invaders in Limgrave are probably not going to be overly familiar with Limgrave's enemy rotations. So you can pretend to be like a soldier of Godric or something else. But I find it's also more interesting if you're invading someone as and pretending to be an NPC or a random enemy. Though it doesn't work as well because of the whole naming convention showing up there. That's why I like the ones where it's also where people have the same name and the same build, and then they'll use either rings or something else like that to make themselves either both appear as phantoms or both appear as human. And then it's just a matter of like, hey host, I'm the host. No, I'm the host. And then the invader has to like determine who's who. Ah, Vengar. And then do I get... Yep, I get targeted with the fireballs again. And he's going here. 1, 2, roll. I did this as summon and Tarkus and Soul Lair. Tarkus, I think, is a... Oh. Tarkus is a little fiddlier. Because they don't... Like, Dark Souls doesn't let you name yourself as, like, Knight. It censors the NIG part, which then gets really awkward. I have to wait for you, buddy, to do something that I can actually tap you through. One, 2, 3. One more. Oh! Are we serious? Inigo Montoya from the Princess Bride. What does that look like? Also, I feel absolutely cheated by that. That absolutely should have been Aldia down. Like, literally, that was the last hit. But because of the increased fire defense, he's like, no, I live, you don't. Have fun. No, I mean, like, how does Inigo Montoya look in Dark Souls when you're translating it into a build. Sorry. I should have been a bit more clear on that. That's my bad. I might honestly get a bit more damage out of the old Leo rather than the Ring of Blades. If the multiple root attack where he drops the fire, if that counts as a constant attack animation, theoretically old Leo should get counter hits on everything. Mind you, I say that and then boss attack animations can be a little bit wonky, so I don't know if that's going to be the case. One and two. Oh, that's right. Sorry, if the time looks a little weird, I'm guessing it's either a little bit weird. Ricard's Repair, Wanderer Coat, main parts. Yeah, I could see Ricard's working. Wanderer Coat, though? That's annoying. Wanderer Coat. Maybe, yeah, okay. Now, hopefully I don't get hit this time. 1, 2... One. Nothing fits either. It's that or the... Not even, I don't remember if we can get Chester's. That was a really awful... That was a really awful multi-root attack sequence. What about Chester's coat? Would that do the trick? I'm honestly trying to remember. One, two. Where are you teleporting to? Latents wise, also I guess it's a little bit tricky. You need something like just fairly generic, I think, for a neat. 1, 2. Yeah, no, true, it is like a basic shirt. The Hollow Soldier skirt might work. Oh, that's it. Hollow Soldier skirt might work for the leggings. Yeah, the Hollow Soldier skirt I could probably see working. Gloves I don't think matter either, but you want something a little thinner rather than big, thick gloves, I would feel. I don't remember if, like, the Hunter's gloves in Dark Souls 1? The shirt. Sorry, my bad. For some reason I thought shirt and skirt. Brain. Doesn't wear gloves. What am I thinking of? For some reason my brain keeps thinking of Zoro when I keep thinking Rapier plus loose clothes, but Zoro's different altogether. That's... But then again, a Zoro build also tends to use Ricards as a part of its cosplay. So that's what's... tripping me up there. Ah. Man, Dark Souls fashion was some of the fun stuff. Demon Souls fashion wasn't really as much a thing, unfortunately. That's just due to, like, the fact that there's a lack of armor sets, really, that are half decent. Apart from the ones that you have for your starter classes, there's only, like, a couple of really notable NPC outfits. And so Dark Souls is where they really sort of start putting that in. And it gets a lot easier. Yeah, the male-female exclusive armor is a shame. Like the fact that you get the Black Witch coat, which I'm wearing, from a male character who's wearing it when they invade you, is super fun. And I kind of like when you don't have gender-exclusive armor. Yeah, I do a little bit more damage with the wing spear. And you can't carry everything at the same time. Yeah, that was a bit of a strain. That's also a throwback from Demon Souls going into Dark Souls. I'll be... Just so we're clear about that one. In Demon Souls, you did actually have a carry weight. And you had to store items with a particular NPC in order to just store everything, but you dealt with that. And then yeah, it's... I know, we talked about the penetrator armor as well. It's funny how things seem to get better through iterations, but we don't really realize it until we stop and think. Like the fact in Dark Souls 2 that I can get away with carrying everything around is such a small change that gets unnoticed, because it's like, by the time you hit Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring or Bloodborne, you don't have that, and so no one notices. Where you teleport? He's teleporting on top of us. Vengal's about to go down soon anyway. Yeah, Vengal's really about to get cooked. One, two, three. Come on. Alright. Still getting hit. I feel like the old Leo ring's not really giving me much of a damage buff. Not a lot of counter frames. Alright. Almost there, though. Could be after this one. Done. There we are. And that is all bosses done. Done and dusted.
I lost everything, but remain here patiently. The throne will certainly receive you. But the question remains. What do you want? Tell me. Light, dark, or something else entirely?
That's right. We can only get the 2 endings in here. And just for clarity, there's the second Smelter Soul. Yeah, Age Smelter. Surprisingly beat it. Okay, Last Giant, Double Pursuers. I do love it as well. And it's this really nice allusion to what decisions you make in like Dark Souls 3 with all the different parts as well. Well, it's more like Dark Souls 3 draws on that to its natural conclusion, where you don't just have the light the fire or walk away endings like you do in Dark Souls 2. You've got all sorts of different parts, and it's super fun like that. So Dragon Rider Souls, Old Dragon Slayer, Flexile, Ruined, Belfries ×2, because I beat them on New Game Plus for that last ring. Lost Sinner, Executioners. I do. Yeah, that's always fun. Covetous, Mytha, the 2 smelters, both regular and aged, Old Iron King, Najka ×2 because I wanted that ring, Rat Authority, Freya, Vanguard, Rodden, Dark Lurker, Looking Glass Knight, Dong Soul, Velstad, Soul of the King, Guardian Dragon, Ancient Dragon, Giant Lord, Throne Defender, Watcher, Nashandra, Sin, Hume Knight, Alone, Ava, Zarlan, Lud, Ivory King, and Alana. And the only one that's not showing in here is Gravekeepers because they don't have the Gravekeeper trio because they don't have a soul, and Alana because I've used Alana's soul already. That is every boss beaten. At soul memory 32,571. Oh, feels good. But yes. Let's light things up, shall we? I think in Dark Souls 1, it's far more cooler to actually take the dark path, but in this one, I don't like the dark path. I think it's just in Dark Souls 1, because you have the framed / harm, whatever they are, creatures all sticking their heads out on the dark ending. Whereas here, it's kind of like whatever.
You who link the fire. You who bear the curse. Once the fire is linked, souls will flourish anew, and all of this will play out again. It is your choice to embrace or renounce this.
Yeah, the shot sitting on the throne is always the best part. And the good thing about the Xbox controller is it's got a quick snap screenshot button, so I am looking forward to this. Oh, that's a ride and a half, I tell you what. Honestly, this challenge can feel like hitting your head against the wall, but it is super fun for pushing
Great
yourself.
Sovereign, take your throne.
Alas, default female character look.
What lies ahead, only you can see.
And boom. And just a little bit of chanting music in the background. I forgot we cannot skip the credits. Yay. All right, well, that's done. At the very least, I can say I ticked off everything because I managed to beat Ender Lilies yesterday, which was fun. Oh. Yeah, I've been working. Honestly, the one thing that I was trying to work out in my brain was, I think it's possible to do maybe a Dark Souls one-shot challenge on a new game build, but it is fiddly because the rules, yeah, it depends how you finagle the rules. But basically, I think of it as whatever is your first point of damage that does damage needs to kill the enemy, even if it kills the enemy over time. So that could be like applying poison to an enemy. If the poison kills the boss in one shot, then that's fine. Or you just hit the enemy with some attack, then you have to hit it in one shot. The problem comes down to the fact that there's only like 2 bosses, I think, at the start of the game that you can definitely clear out in one shot. One is obviously Dragon Rider, if you cheese Dragon Rider. The other, however, is actually the Royal Rat Vanguard, of all things. But the only way you're actually one-shotting the Royal Rat Vanguard is you need to actually hit it with dung pies. And you can get dung pies from the gutter. Is the toxic damage that the Royal Rat Vanguard will take will kill the Vanguard on the 3rd pie, I believe. It's just enough pies, I think. But then you also need a way to survive the toxic on your own end, which is always fun. Other than that, everything else is like a real struggle. Like even Last Giant has like 2000 HP. And the way the damage scaling in this game works is like, you don't have a lot of good options early on. Aside from like power leveling to like level 99 and maybe trying to tumble buff both your weapons or something like that. But it's awkward. Yay. Who else could you probably beat? The other option that's a theoretical, and this is going absolutely wild, is you beat Dragon Rider, you pay Lycia of Lindelt to flip the pathway to Undead Purgatory. No, sorry, Huntsman's Copse. Huntsman's Copse. And then you have to parry walk glitch past the Skeleton Lords to make your way to Harvest Valley. Join the Brotherhood of the Sun. So, Sun Covenant, but Jolly Cooperation. Jolly Cooperation 50 times to level up the Covenant. Mind you, that's doing no damage to anyone. Maybe you're like running around healing people. That's again really skirting the rules, but you're not actually fighting anyone else's bosses. That gets you Sunlight Spear. Then you need enough faith from a talisman in order to get Sunlight Spear to be able to cast. And that might theoretically allow you to one-shot Flexile Sentry. So Flexile Sentry would have water. Flexile's in water, so it has reduced lightning defense. The Sun Ring from the Covenant adds like 3% damage to miracles. The Disc Chime you can get from the Gutter adds 5% damage to your miracles. And then you just need whatever chime you can get that has the highest modifier to faith at that time. Whether it's the priest's chime or something else. Maybe even parry walking. No, I don't think you can. No, you can parry walk. You can parry walk through the gate. Actually, you don't have to. If you can get one... if you can get a single fragrant branch of yore, you can make your way to Shaded Woods. And from Shaded Wood, you take out stupid what's-his-face that runs the Pilgrims of the Dark Covenant. You take him out for the Dragon Chime, and that's probably the best chime you have for casting Sunlight Spear. This is just all brain and maths, and I'm rambling, so if you're ignoring me, that's perfectly fine, because... Grandal, that's the one, yeah. So, take him out. Get Sunlight Spear. Level up Faith. You probably would need a Soul Vessel at that stage. Maybe, maybe not. And you could theoretically one-shot Flexile Sentry. Yeah, he does. He is voiced by the same guy who voices Andre. And it's interesting how he does it very differently, because in this game we don't have Andre, but I like the fact that they brought him in to voice another character in the game. Even though he's entirely optional and you may not ever talk to him in a normal playthrough. And then they bring Andre back for Dark Souls 3, and it's like, why does that make sense? No, it doesn't. But Dark Souls 3 is the, oh, we are doing the nostalgia memory walk back things, whatever is going on. That's annoying. I really would have loved for Dark Souls 3 to have gone down a different path yet again. Still have it as a... like, references to Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2. But don't just put people back in Anor Londo again for the second time round. Unless you make it like radically different and then call it a different name and say they pretended it was Anor Londo, but it's actually not. Which would have actually been a really cool twist. Like, you go into the area and it appears to be called Anor Londo in the title screen. And like in the name pop-up shows Anor Londo, but once you beat a certain boss, like the facade disappears and the name of the whole area changes. But they kind of do that in Elden Ring with Leyendal, where it's Leyendal Golden City, and then once the Erd Tree is burnt down, it becomes a Leyendal City of Ash. Or Ashen City, whatever it is. Ashen Capital. Names. And 2011, 2012. Yeah. Oh, there's probably a way to do it. I think that it totally ruins the area, and that's the sort of thing, right? It's like every other area... sorry, they also bring back Firelink Shrine, I think, but Firelink looks completely different. And I think that's fine, that it looks different in that way, but I hate the fact that it's called Firelink Shrine, because then it means you're in Lordran once again. And done. Alright. I'm glad that's over with. I'm really glad I'm glad I've pulled that off. Because it was getting a bit hairy towards the end, where I'd be hitting streams where I'd maybe beat like one DLC boss and then spend time just prepping for others. It was slow. Honestly, if I did this again, I'd probably map it out even better. Try to get something going with spears, because I'm far more comfortable with spears than anything else. But I went with the mace because I wanted the cleric to start off with. It's my bad. Still, I'm glad I've been on this journey for streaming. Blood and Zalin was actually super funny, because admittedly in the off-stream video, which I say on the title, don't have to watch this, but for some reason there's bots viewing it because they're stupid and they're bots. Luddenzalen, the hardest part about Luddenzalen is not Luddenzalen. It's A, the run up to Luddenzalen, and B, when Luddenzalen get their power up where they're constantly healing as well as having increased damage. But I basically spent like a good couple of hours clearing every single enemy between Lud and Zalen. No joke, all the horses died. And then I just summoned every single person I could, which was Abbess Freebia, Head of Bengal gets summoned, and then Manhunter O'Hara. Yeah, the reindeer died. They had no chance. Sure, they killed me a ton of times, but they all ended up dead. And all 4 of those guys getting summoned in, so all 3 of them, plus myself getting summoned in, means Lud and Zalen have more than enough attacks to try and avoid it hits. And Freeba has great heal. Man-Eater O'Hara has both range with the great bow and has Estus flasks. And Vengal's just a tank. So Vengal lives through everything. Oh, I actually want to see if I can... I might make a quick trip. Nah, there's no point making that trip. Yeah. It's one of those things where I don't know technically if reindeer are classified as like a type of horse or if it's like a type of moose. Again, I live in Australia. We don't have moose, or like we don't have them at all. We do have horses, but we don't have... What's the plural of moose? I'm going to be honest, I don't know. We don't really have reindeer either. So, for me, my brain goes, it's got 4 legs, it looks like a horse. It's probably a horse. Even though it's probably more close to a reindeer or a moose. But either way, they're all extinct. And I have no intention of bringing them back by going into New Game Plus. Hey buddy, nice to know you're still out of your house. And also your daughter's not here. Have fun with that. Also, no merchants, because I can't spend souls on them. But, you know what? I can finally take that stupid ring off. Oh, that feels so good. But yeah, Lud and Zalen were fairly straightforward. I think in the actual boss fight itself... Okay, fair enough. 1 moose, 2 moose. If plural of moose is moose, then that's fine. Yeah, Lud and Zalen were fairly straightforward. I think it only took me a couple of attempts. Just because they've got enough bodies that they can bounce around. And people who do get hit either have enough HP or have a chance to heal. And then by the time like one of them buffs up and gets into that enhanced state, I'm going to guess wildly that it's a fear of elephants, but if you told me if it's a fear of moose or deer, I'd be like, somehow okay. Fear of deer, which is really awkward because it's like, I wonder if Elafi has something to do with like scientific name of deer or something like that. I don't get the naming conventions for phobias. Admittedly, this is someone who's got a psychology degree, but then again, a psychology degree doesn't mean squat. Yeah, I think probably... Alright, if I take the hardest... What's probably the hardest main boss in the game that you don't... Sorry, the hardest mandatory boss... Well, Aldia, I feel like Aldia is optional, right? I'd probably say then the hardest boss might be... That's a bit unusual. Maybe it's, reindeer have a different context from deer. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to cross any deer in your path anytime soon. It's awkward. All the optional bosses are so much harder than the regular bosses. Mandatory Watcher and Defender? I don't think so. If you're trying to fight them solo, then sure, you can say that they might be harder because you're trying to juggle both at the same time. But I don't think either of them hit overwhelmingly too hard, all things considered. Yeah, if that's the case. But also you can like chip them both down at the same time. Because they don't really have a solid phase 2. They get a power up when they buff their weapons, but that's about it. And they don't really have a strong phase 2. I would maybe think... Yeah, that might be it, maybe. Although it's not even that hard. Like, I just struggle against Aldia because it's like... My brain goes, I don't remember how to fight Aldia. Also, having to go to spears after all this time. What else is there? Main game optional boss, I would say maybe... When we're talking about ganking you, definitely Dark Lurker then is probably the hardest. Like, Dark Lurker can feel awful just because it's like... You can easily lose track of both of where the Dark Lurkers are. Whereas Watcher and Defender, you can sort of get an idea because they're usually right next to each other. And then from all the DLC bosses, probably I'd say that the hardest is actually maybe Alana, Squalid Queen. Just because of the fact that she summons, and she can summon like Bellstat, and he can just ding dong and you die really easily. That's at least my opinions. I'm talking about the bosses that you kind of have to beat in order to beat the game, assuming you don't go 1 million soul memory. So that is, if you're not going 1 million soul memory, you're going Lost Sinner. No, I'm talking about main game optional, sorry. So that was Dark Lurker's main game optional bosses, he's the hardest. Main game mandatory, we're talking things like Lost Sinner, Iron King, Frazier, Rodson. Theoretically, any boss that you have to fight to get up to those areas. So, for example, Lost Sinner, every boss before it is theoretically optional because you can either go one way or the other. But for, say, Old Iron King, you'd have to put Freya and... Not Freya. You put Najka and Mithra in that list. And then same thing with Freya, you've got Congregation. And... Sorry. Harvest Valley, Covetous Demon. Okay, just for funsies, we'll say Covetous Demon is the hardest main game mandatory boss. Because it's really, really hard to die against Covetous Demon. But I think from the DLC bosses, because technically all the DLC is optional, I feel like Alana's the hardest. Just because if she summons Velstat, then you have to juggle Velstat. And even if you take out the Velstat clone, she can just summon another one. And it's really annoying because they don't despawn after a certain amount of time. And if you let her get out of hand, she can summon multiple times. Also, she teleports and she can also play range. So it's kind of like Dark Lurker's problem again, where you can have someone... Like, you can just lose track of where they are. Yeah, but it depends on which way you go, right? Because you can go... Like, if you're willing to do that, you can go Last Giant Pursuer, but technically neither of them is None of the four are mandatory because you can always go one or the other. Or you can just beat them all. But I talk about bosses that are like directly in the way of where you have to go. Like there's no alternate path around them. Minimize bosses, you go Dragon Rider. That's exactly right. So theoretically then you could put Dragon Rider as a mandatory boss, because you're right, you would need to beat Dragon Rider in order to be able to go to Huntsman's Corpse. So Dragon Rider goes from optional into the mandatory category, but that doesn't mean you have to go Flexile Sentry. You can go back around and just go... Well, actually, the thing is, you'll need a Fragrant Branch of Yore if you want to not fight Ruin Sentinels, but you can easily get a Fragrant Branch of Yore, so that's not an issue either. Except... Actually, no, hold on. Because if you go Last Giant Pursuer, you can't actually skip Ruin Sentinels because you're on the wrong side of the gate. You can pick up the Antiquated Key, but I don't think there's a way... No, but I don't think there's a way to get from the bonfire where you appear after the Pursuer area, the Pursuer teleport. And you can't go from there back around to the door where you would use the Antiquated Key to skip Ruined Sentinels. In other words, if you don't have the Fragrant Branch of Yore and you're not doing Dragon Rider, you then have to fight Ruined Sentinels. Sorry, you would need a Fragrant Branch. In other words, it's a longer path. So while Flexile is technically optional, it's probably the preferred path, just so you can skip Ruined Sentinels and skip Last Giant and skip Pursuer. And then from there you can make your way around, get the Antiquated Key anyway, and open up the gate, so you can use the Antiquated Key, skip Ruined Sentinels. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Other than that, like every other area you go through, whether it's Huntsman's up to Iron Keep or... Well, Iron Keep's got Smelter, but you can skip Smelter, which is fine because Smelter's always a pain. Yeah, maybe I'll come back. I don't know what I'll be doing. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to make another channel, if I'm going to do something more professional, or I decide to come back to this one. But I do have... Like, there are so many things that I'm looking forward to actually getting to do after this, that it's like, I've definitely enjoyed this though. I don't think streaming's for everyone, and certainly I've just done this for fun, but it is a fun experience to give it a shot. Even the most basic of setups, like you don't need a webcam, you don't need anything fancy, but it's fun just to be able to practice being able to talk to other people. But still, it's getting close, at least for me, to 4 o'clock, and I'm trying to think if that was daylight savings coming in, ruining me, but it's not, actually. It is almost legitimately 4 o'clock. Oh. I'm looking at the time that I've been streaming, and it is getting close to 4 hours, actually. So yeah, welcome to Australia, daylight savings has kicked in. So the time's weird, but I'm gonna have to go to sleep. So, here is where I say, at the very least, farewell for now. If I see come back, I'll come back. If not, then so be it. But, thank you very much for having come along on this journey with me. But as always, everyone who's watched this stream, or past streams, or decided to watch after the fact, as always, I'd like to thank you very much for your time. And I do hope you have a wonderful day.